It gives us great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, hearty and a warm welcome our Honorable Chief Minister Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, Shri K. Shanmugam garu, Minister for Home Affairs, Singapore, Shri Kinjarapu Rammohan Naidu garu, Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Ms. Gan So Hong, Minister of State for Foreign Affairs and Trade and Industries, Singapore, Mr. Francis Chong, Director, Minister of Trade and Industry, Singapore, Shri Piyush Kumarji, Principal Secretary Finance, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a historic milestone in the history of Andhra Pradesh towards becoming a developed, globally connected state. May I now request Shri Piyush Kumarji, Principal Secretary, for the opening remarks.
A very good evening, a very good evening to all the distinguished dignitaries from Government of Singapore, His Excellency K. Shanmugam, Minister Home Affairs, Her Excellency Gan Shi Hong, Minister State of Foreign Affairs and Trade and Industry, Francis Chong, Director Ministry of Trade and Industry, from the Government of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Chief Minister Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, Honorable Civil Aviation Union Minister Rammohan Naidu garu, Honorable IT Minister Lokesh garu, Vijayanand Chief Secretary garu, along with all the officials, participants present for the important occasion today. It is indeed a moment of great significance as we formalize partnership between Government of Andhra Pradesh and Government of Singapore. It brings together Singapore's globally recognized expertise in governance, institutional design, urban management, and Andhra Pradesh's strong commitment to sustainable development and digital transformation. Andhra Pradesh is undergoing a phase of rapid transformation by developing Amravati as its capital city, expanding digital public infrastructure, and deepening data-driven decision-making across the departments. In this context, Singapore's knowledge system and best practices will be invaluable in shaping a responsive and future-ready government structure. This MoU establishes a framework for cooperation aimed at strengthening institutional capacities in key areas of sustainable urban governance, real-time governance, digital systems, and human resource development. Through this partnership, we aim to design a more efficient and integrated governance systems, promote sustainable economic growth, build capacities that will enable states to respond to the needs of the citizen in real time. Engagement will encourage joint exploration in key areas shaping the state's growth trajectory, from innovative solutions in land management, resilient infrastructure, and neighborhood development. It recognizes the good governance today must be data-led and collaborative. This partnership will help embed those principles systematically across the department and institutions. It also opens doors for developing digital human capital. This partnership also reflects a shared belief that sustainability and digital transformation are parallel goals, but mutually reinforcing pathway for a better governance. We look forward to the partnership that will not only strengthen governance, planning capacities, but also enhance the quality of life for our citizens through sustainable, data-driven, and people-centric development. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I now invite Mr. Francis Chong, Director, Ministry of Trade and Industry, Singapore, for the welcome and opening remarks.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chief Minister, Ministers, Excellencies, friends and well-wishers of the partnership between Andhra Pradesh and Singapore. My name is Francis Chong. I'm Senior Director. But the other part of my history is that I was head of the Singapore Amravati Partnership Office between 2014 and 2019, where we were much inspired by the vision of Chief Minister and his team. So I did not propose to go over the things that my partner, Sri Piyush Kumar, has outlined. I'm very happy to see all of you here in the room today. especially Singapore business leaders, because you will also bring substance to the partnership between Andhra Pradesh and Singapore. May I just say, therefore, that two things. One is that it is rare in life to be given second chances. So I wish to express my appreciation to my ministers and to Chief Minister and his team for their confidence. And I pledge to do my best to work with my colleague, Shri Piyush Kumar, and his team to bring this partnership to a very productive and substantive future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Francis. I now invite Honorable Minister for IT, HRD and RTGS, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Mr. Nara Lokesh, for his remarks.
As Francis just covered, it's version 2.0 but stronger. I think it's very important not only for Andhra Pradesh, for India, that this strong relationship go forward. And as a state, we're really excited that this should be a two-way stream. So Singapore companies investing into Andhra Pradesh, having of course, access to various sectors that we can offer and vice versa. I believe that this is a beginning of an exciting journey for Andhra Pradesh and Singapore together. And this time around, Government of India is also been kind to support the entire partnership and to lead things from the front. I would like to particularly thank Shanmugam ji for being a great mentor for me, for this relationship, for this partnership. Sir, honestly, if not for you, I don't think we would have come so far. And as Francis said, we wouldn't have been given a second chance all over again. I would like to thank you personally from the bottom of my heart for giving us a second chance. As all of you know, my Chief Minister is a very impatient politician. He likes things to be done as of yesterday. For us to achieve, do things right, a lot of capacity needs to be built into our service, into our ecosystem. And this is something that Francis and I spoke multiple times about. We've interacted, we've discussed. But rest assured, beyond the agreement that we're today going to make, we look forward to sort of expanding the scope, making it a meaningful engagement. I know that we are on a strict timeline. We will deliver on the timeline. And as a state, we will try and match to the speed of Singapore. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for those wonderful words. And now I invite Ms. Gan So Hong, Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs and Trade and Industry, Singapore, for your remarks.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm actually very new, new in Trade and Industry Ministry, new in Foreign Affairs Ministry, but I'm very excited and very honored to be allowed to take part in this very meaningful and exciting project. Before I came, my colleagues in MTI, Francis and Kame, were sharing with me how promising and how much potential there is in AP and also in the project for Amaravati. I'm pleased to partner Minister Nara Lokesh to co-chair the Joint Implementation Steering Committee and to guide our officials in developing and implementing the programs and the master plan that had already been developed some years back. The 5 areas of sustainable urban development, digital transformation, real-time governance, human resource development, and sustainable economic development, which we have committed in the MoU. These present challenges as well as plenty of opportunities for both governments of India and Singapore to work together. And I am confident, therefore, that our partnership will be mutually beneficial to Andhra Pradesh and Singapore. I also assure Honorable Chief Minister that myself and my team will do our utmost to be good partners with Minister Lokesh and his team as we strive to create and sustain the physical, social and economic conditions that enable the people of Andhra Pradesh to lead wealthy, healthy and happy lives. I look forward to an exciting 5 years journey with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, very much. Ms. Gansong Hong has become the first female brigadier general who brings strategic vision to Singapore's foreign policy. On that note, thank you so much. And remarks by Mr. Kinjarapu Mohan Naidu Garu, Minister of Civil Aviation.
Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, His Excellency Minister from Government of Singapore, Shanmugam Garu, and our young leader, Minister for IT and Education, Lokesh Anna Garu, Nadendra Manohar Garu, Minister Vijayanand Garu, and young Minister from Singapore also. And all the dignitaries here and the delegation from Singapore, a very good afternoon to each and every one of you. I think me being here, the mandate is very clear. Honorable Chief Minister has visited Singapore on 30th of July, and he has promised that he is going to connect Vijayawada and Singapore very, very soon. So it was a mandate given to us, and we are very happy to share that tomorrow, November 15th, right in the morning, we are starting flights from Vijayawada to Singapore 3 times a week. And all throughout the conference, when we talk about Andhra Pradesh, one word that you would have continuously heard is not just ease of doing business, speed of doing business. And we wanted to prove it in aviation also, in the connectivity also. And you know that in terms of relations, usually you'll see when it's a country-to-country relations, when you're talking about India-Singapore or India-USA, that is when you'll talk about country-to-country relations. But very rarely you'll see a state and a country having this kind of strong relations. So we are very proud to showcase that Andhra and Singapore have this kind of relation, and not just in terms of value or in terms of investment. The relation that we have with Singapore is a relation of mutual respect. It's a relation of cooperation, it's a relation of complementation, and it goes down long years. And we blindly believe in the leadership of our Chandrababu Naidu Garu. And Chandrababu Naidu Garu believes in the model of Singapore. So you can imagine how much respect we have for Singapore model. And now this is a historic moment, the memorandum of understanding that we are signing with Singapore delegation. We have a lot to gain from it, and it was with this idea we started the MoU long back itself in the term of 2014 to 19. Even though there was little turbulence, I think it is very much stable now. The flight is taking off and very much going to the destination, right destination now. Very happy to see the progress happening again. Singapore is almost a household name in Andhra Pradesh, and everyone knows that the way Singapore has grown over the years, it's been an inspiration for a lot of people, a lot of businesses in fact, and for the government also. And Singapore has proved that it is not about the natural resources that you have, but the human capital that you have. If you have the right intention, if you have the right vision, even the human capital that you can have, you can create wonders. And that is the kind of wonder we want to create in Andhra Pradesh with the help of Singapore. So very excited to see the partnership renewed. And I would like to see more and more demand picking up in this. We already have flights from Visakhapatnam, 4 days a week. Now 3 days a week from Vijayawada. I would like to see more demand coming my way so that I can put pressure on the airlines and service it so that we can go to 7 days a week. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, a person who brings decades of experience in law, governance, and clarity of vision. Renowned for his firm leadership and policy making, he oversees national security, law enforcement, and public safety frameworks, underpin Singapore's stability and global reputation. May I now invite Honorable Minister for Home Affairs, Singapore, Mr. K. Shanmugam Garu, to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Chandrababu Naidu, Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Kinjarapu Mohan Naidu, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and Honorable Minister for Human Resources Development, IT, Electronics and Communications and Real-Time Governance, Shri Nara Lokesh, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, and Singapore are old friends. We in Singapore admire and respect his dedication, innovation, and boundless energy. first in developing Hyderabad in the 1990s, and since the last 11 years or so, to develop this bifurcated state of Andhra Pradesh so that his people can lead lives that are increasingly wealthy, healthy, and happy. The overarching goal of Swarna Andhra 2047. I shared with the Chief Minister a few minutes ago that in cabinet, in Singapore cabinet, we grow up, as it were, when I was a bit younger. I've heard first Mr. Lee Kuan Yew and then Mr. Goh Chok Tong, previous prime ministers, talk about relationships with India. We are a small place. We have limited resources. So we have to decide where we have relevance, as I said in the speech earlier, where our skills are and which states we can work with. And they would, always talk about the exchanges with the Honorable Chief Minister in those days and say he's got vision, he's got clarity, he can get things done. And Andhra Pradesh is the place that we should encourage our companies to go. Not just our companies, but we should also do a framework and work with them. And I think you see the results in, parts of Hyderabad. You see the results, the IT parks and various other places. You see the results in various other governance models that were put in place. So now, I remember all of that. And India and Singapore have established India-Singapore Ministerial Roundtable and an India-Singapore Business Roundtable. It's been going on for 3 years. It's a structured coordination mechanism that allows us to supervise the relationships and which are the areas we want to focus on and how do we push. Because grand statements are one thing, but you can actually convert them into actions. So every 6 months we look at progress and we say what's happening. And I myself go through it together with the Deputy Prime Minister on my side and with my Indian colleagues. But again, India continues to be big, and again we, focus on specific states. And one of the focus areas have been Andhra Pradesh, primarily because, we understand Mr. Naidu and he understands us and he has visited Singapore and he is an old friend of Singapore. So we worked on this memorandum of understanding. It at first said, qualitative governance development, what does it mean? Said, you look at Andhra Pradesh, huge number of civil servants, it means training civil servants. And then we said, okay, but we have done this before. About 30 years ago, we started with China. So if we can do it with China, we can do it with Andhra Pradesh. And I think literally thousands, am I right, Francis, of mayor level civil servants from China have come to Singapore, periods of time curated specifically for Chinese development. So we can think along those lines. And our other companies can consider, what are the potentials, Visakhapatnam, other areas, and work with the Andhra Pradesh side, Nara, Lokesh, and others to see how we can bring this forward. So, and you talk about human capital, which is the only thing Singapore has, but actually the human capital of Andhra Pradesh is helping to develop Silicon Valley, Singapore, and many other places around the world. So I think you can also put it to work here. So in a short while, my colleague Xiao Huang, who was formerly a brigadier general in the army, I didn't realize that was going to be mentioned, and Honorable Minister Nara Lokesh will sign an exchange, an MoU, that will establish a framework of cooperation between Andhra Pradesh and Singapore. And it will exchange knowledge, expertise in good governance, sustainable development, and it will also have a business focus. And I'm sure that both ministers will do their best as co-chairs of the Joint Implementation Steering Committee to make the partnership productive and beneficial. And to support them, both the Honorable Chief Minister and I have agreed to serve as advisors to the steering committee. I think the thinking is sometimes some grey hair or in my case, no hair, helps deal with younger people. But the younger people have that energy to push things through. So it shows the seriousness with which our governments are treating this partnership. And it's a partnership that enjoys the strong support of the Government of India and other well-wishers of Andhra Pradesh, such as the World Bank. The world is facing geopolitical disruption. It is important that friends come together, because if we don't have a globalized trading system, at least you can have clusters of countries, bilaterally as well as multilaterally, that can work together. And this MoU that is going to be signed today is not just a partnership between Andhra Pradesh and Singapore, but it can contribute to closer ties between Andhra Pradesh and Singapore and India. So we look forward to working with the Honorable Chief Minister and his team and realize the full potential of our partnership. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I now request our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nara Chandrababu Naidu garu, to address the gathering.
Honorable Minister for Home Affairs, Singapore, Shri Shanmugam garu, Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs and Trade and Industry, Government of Singapore, Honorable Gan Sheo Hong, Military Officer. If I pronounce wrongly, then Central Minister Chandrababu garu, Honorable Minister Lokesh garu, Honorable Minister Manohar garu, Chief Secretary Vijayanand garu, distinguished invitees, I have to mention one man here, Mr. Francis. From the beginning, he associated with Andhra Pradesh from 2014 onwards. Now one more partner has joined, Piyush Kumar garu. Both of you are leading. Even ministers are working with you. And ultimately, this understanding has to make us successful. I really appreciate Singapore. I am a great admirer of Singapore. Not expecting any favor. I have studied so many countries. I studied democratic countries, communist countries, even kingdoms. Being a democratic country, the functioning of Singapore has seen. Small country, small population, very strong public policies. I have seen the model of Lee Kuan Yew from the beginning. Meticulous planning, good governance, and unwavering commitment to excellence has made my inspiration throughout my political career. I used to mention public meetings also. That is how now Singapore has become household name. No other country. And also when in Hyderabad, around 1995, they partnered with me. They built towers. Even in Hyderabad, there is a Singapore township. And also development, they have done extremely well. When I lost power all my friends ignored me. Only one government remembered, that is Singapore government. They told me one thing very clearly: you are in favor or out of favor. Your credibility is important. You are our friend permanently. We will be with you for permanently. That is how, around 2014, after bifurcation, in election campaign, I told very clearly, we don't have city. I developed Hyderabad. Now it has gone to Telangana. It is for Telugu people. Let them enjoy. God has given me some strength to build one more city. This is an opportunity for me. I am having a very good friend from Singapore government. So I will request them to help. I will build another Singapore in India, that is Amaravati. That was my promise, election promise. Earlier, around 1995, after became Chief Minister, I went to America to study IT companies. 15 days, I studied all companies. Same model I replicated in Hyderabad. That is the beginning of IT. This time I came all the way to Singapore. I request only one thing. Time is essence. If you call tenders, all these things, it will take some time. How we are going to do, I don't know. Help me by giving one of the best master plan details of a city. Then they took to the cabinet, central cabinet. Free of cost, they have done with record time. That is the gratitude I am having on Singapore government and also rulers of Singapore. They have done extremely well. There was some setback. Again, 2024, I went back to Singapore. What happened, I want to regret. Straighten the record. I request them to come back. I am very happy. Today again, Singapore government has come to support government of Andhra Pradesh for future development. I really appreciate Singapore government. And also, today if you see here, we are having MoU today, sustainable urban governance, essential for our growing cities, digital and real-time governance, ensuring transparency and efficiency, human resource development, building a skilled workforce for tomorrow, knowledge-based economic growth, positioning us as an innovation hub. We are having a strong ambition, that is Swarnandhra Pradesh 2047, 2.4 trillion US economy. It is not impossible, it is possible. That is where we are working. Even India, we are having stable government. That is our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Now, Singapore is having stable government for the last 6 decades. That is the secret of your success. Strong leader, stable government, consistent policies. Singapore is moving from strength to strength. Now India, we are also moving in that direction. Today you have seen in Bihar elections, we have won, NDA has won 200 seats. 209. Latest tally 209. You can imagine development, good politics, and also people will support us. That is where India is now moving in the direction. Lot of things both governments have to do. Every year, thousands of people from China you are training. Now for all skill development, capacity building, this is the gateway for you to enter Andhra Pradesh and train our people. In turn, India will benefit out of it. That is your ambition from the beginning. I am very happy. Not only friend of Andhra Pradesh, Singapore government, they like India, they wanted to help India. We are very happy. This MoU is going to help us in a big way. Both military officer is on the other side. Is very strict. She is very strict. Even our minister is also young and energetic. He has to prove himself as Stanford graduate, how he is going to work. Ultimately, they have to bring some transformative changes in Andhra Pradesh, in India. So many entrepreneurs are here from Singapore. Today, the second largest delegation from Singapore. I really appreciate you. I welcome you. I am wishing all the best. Before leaving, don't forget one thing. Take Araku coffee, organic coffee, and also sign one MoU. For that, you may not regret. It is a win-win situation. We will make you successful. That is where we are now. Lot of opportunities. Any creativity, this is the place for you to launch your innovative projects. Again, both ministers, I am wishing all the best. Before that, both secretaries, Francis and Piyush, you have to play a major role. If things are not going to happen, we will ask only you. Myself and Shanmugam will watch. We are not going to interfere. We will watch. If you won't perform, sir, you have to pull them up. All of us. Ultimately, results are important. I am very happy. Happiest moment in my life. Again, sometimes if you do something in the interest of public, there is a setback. We all feel. Again, we are putting on track. That satisfaction is a amazing satisfaction. Today, this MoU, I am signing so many MoUs. That country to country, person to person, company to government, all those things are different. This MoU is different. I am thankful to you, especially Shanmugam Garu. Without him, it should not happen. There is a goodwill. Even that goodwill conversion into outcome, somebody needs. That is Honorable Minister has done very good positive work. I am thanking on my behalf and also Government of Andhra Pradesh and people of Andhra Pradesh. With this, I am thanking all of you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, sir. On that note, we now move on to the MoU exchange ceremony. I request Ms. Hang So Hong, Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, to step forward, and Mr. Nara Lokesh, Honorable Minister for IT, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I now call upon the Singapore business delegation to come forward for the group photograph with the Honorable Minister and the dignitaries. The business delegation will stand one step down. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And I request Mr. Piyush Kumar, Principal Secretary, to propose the vote of thanks.
On behalf of Government of Andhra Pradesh, I extend our sincere gratitude to the Government of Singapore for all its partners institutions for joining hands with us in this forward-looking collaboration. The MoU reflects a shared vision and commitments of both governments that places a strong emphasis on good governance, institutional excellence and innovation-driven development. Our appreciation goes to the teams from the both sides who have worked tirelessly to shape this framework, aligning it with Andhra Pradesh's immediate need, long-term vision and sustainable inclusive growth requirements. The partnership will formalize today, will translate into action through expert exchanges, training programs, digital governance projects, knowledge sharing platforms, ensuring a real-time impact on the ground. These mechanisms will ensure partnerships remain action-driven, transparent, adaptive, and translating policy intent. I thank all the dignitaries, officials present for witnessing the milestone, for your continued encouragement as we move forward on our journey for implementation. With support of Government of Singapore and our collective resolve, I am confident that this cooperation will play a defining role in advancing Andhra Pradesh's journey towards sustainable good governance and good excellence. As the Honorable Chief Minister has tasked upon Francis and me, I am sure, sir, we assure you that we will make this a very, very successful thing. Thank you, sir.